Right, good evening all. It's Ozzy here today. We're about to bring you the start of the second race of the ACeRS, the Army Cycling eRace series. Yep, today we're in the wonderful world of Watopia doing the figure of eight course. The men's A category will be starting very shortly. Hopefully I should have some better luck with the stream this week. I've noticed some changes I had to play around. But while we're waiting, let's have a quick look at the results and where we're at. Hopefully, anyway, he says. So just give us a second. We'll go next again. So, yep, infantry just 4 points ahead of the Royal Engineers after race one. We've got Paul Carr leading on the GC category with 1 minute in front of the majority of the pack. And he's also leading the point standing there as well. We've also got Tom McMulkin leading on the B-Cats, but by a mere second over Steve Branham. And again, only 5 points there for the B-Cat with the points. Got Matt Walters over in the C category, pretty much crossed the line same time as Craig, just by milliseconds though, got in front there. And then in the D-Cats, once we've done through the C's, there was a lot of C riders. There should be actually quite a lot in there today as well. Actually, I've seen the pen is quite healthy. 9 seconds then, Stuart Baines over James Wellington there for the GC standings. And the points again, this is pretty much the mirrors the positioning due to obviously the fact that we've only done one race. Ladies category then, Angel Laycott won over KE with just 5 seconds, but it was a great fight between the three ladies there, KE, Angela and Jennifer. And that is that for the results. And you'll see anyway in the bottom left corner, the results will be flickering through hopefully for you anyway to see. But yeah, the actual stage itself, let's go to the stage itself. Okay, so we mentioned there that it's the figure of eight. As you can see, we've got the nice little climb, the reverse Watopia KOM, and the forward. The reverse will come in from, if you can see this, this easy gradient, we should call of the two. Then once they've done a whole figure of eight, they'll come up at the harder end as well before they're coming in for the finish. If you're in chat, please let us know if you can hear me. Hopefully you can anyway. It'd be quite embarrassing if I've been talking this long without actually anyone able to hear us. So yeah, just please come in chat and go, yeah, you're sounding good, or you're sounding terrible, but we can hear you at least. All right, so moving back over to the actual race itself, got just over a minute until the first rider set off from the ACAT. As we're looking, said in the pens themselves, quite healthy numbers across all, round about double figures in all pens, which is really good to see. C category is the biggest with 54, but we do have a handful of engineers that have joined the group as well, which is good to see. And the D cats as well with a healthy number, but and the women's as well, all in double figures. So yeah, are the women in with D cat tonight then? They shouldn't be, Angela. No. I hope not. Yeah, sorry, they were just commenting on the chat, making sure that's all sorted. Yeah, so the total distance then 30K for the whole course, which should be interesting. Like I said, there's several little kickers, which will be interesting as well to see how they react if anyone's going to start attacking or anything like that. So 10 seconds to go. Again, please comment in the chat if you can hear me. It'd be good to know that I am not just talking to myself. So yeah, please just give me a shout and let me know that you can hear me okay. Have a great for the A-Cats anyway. Let's have a good race. It would be good if I don't just stay here. Should follow someone, wouldn't it? Right, there we go. So who are we with? Jack Pingwald there with the RMAS. Jack's first race today. He wasn't in last week. But he has represented the Army a few times with the Inter-Services series, which is pretty handy. Of course, we got Neil Shelley there. Actually, he's just left Neil Shelley. He's left the Army in that. Old Raw Signals. Ian Evans for the infantry. Just zoom out slightly, shall we? Last week's second place guy. Go. Full car. Last week's winner. Is also in the pack as well. Paul Carr won last year. Last year's Winter Series, and also was the champion for the 23 season, so the start of the year. There's Paul Carr there. So I mentioned in the course itself, we'll go into the Ocean Boulevard, which is where they're about to go. They're entering the Ocean Boulevard, and around about 7 k's is where the start of the Watopia KOM reverse. And we're talking an average there about distance of about 2.5 k's with just an average, just under 2% average climb. So not too bad, but there is a nice little cheeky kicker in the middle. Always seems to break the pack. Right, let's go over and see the bees. The bees should hopefully be starting now. Fingers crossed, I'll be able to see the bees. Just wait while it does that. Oh, it always seems to work in principle, doesn't it? And then you come down to it, and you let me down. Might be the distance. Let's jump over to the D still in pen, which is reassuring because the D shouldn't be going anywhere just yet. Neither should the E's. D's are just leaving now. Again, D's, a lot of people, a lot of riders in the D's. We might as well talk about them as we can see them currently. Few there decided we wanted to try and get away a little bit, make a little bit of an effort to start with, and already we kind of have got a bit of a string out with the D's. Making sure actually while I'm here that the ladies, are they staying put? It looks like the ladies are staying put. Good. I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm just making sure that the pens are still working. We did a few changes to try and make this stream run smoother, as in be able to watch all the riders without having to use phone. And doing so, I had to make a few little changes last minute. We're just making sure it's working. It seems currently that it's working okay. We just need to now find, though, some other riders. Potentially go up the order a bit. Or is it just going to be these and D? All right, so while we're actually, let's have a look at the D's while we're here anyway, shall we? So with the D cap, got a few returning characters, John Bissett and Stu Chester as well within the group. John Bissett likes to be known as the cycling chef. No, of course it would go straight back to me. Right, let's go back to the group. Yep, still in Ocean Boulevard, which is reassuring. What's not so reassuring is that there is no one from B's or C's, so I might have to. Oh, what we've got there? Alex Fontaine doing a little dig. Is he just coming out of the climb? Is that why we're doing that? Ah, yes, a little dig from the climb. So there's a few, like I said, there's quite a few opportunities around to actually do some damage to the group. There's a few little just cheeky climbs that if you can just punch up and over, that will cause a bit of damage to the legs, tire some of the riders out. Obviously, what it looks like Alex Fontaine is doing there is exactly that. He's He's trying to hurt everyone's legs a little bit. Right. Needed to do something. Needed something to warm legs. And there's Ian there. Let's see if we can find anyone from the B category. And we'll start talking about them, hopefully. My worry is as soon as I do something to this app, though, we'll go back to how it was last week. At the moment, it's only showing me these and these, which isn't what I wanted. I wanted everyone. Right, let's see what happens here. Wish me luck. So with the bees, yeah, it's gone back to the old mode, unfortunately, now. Oh well. I suppose it was going to happen as soon as did it. Frustration thing is that right, okay. So what we're looking at there, we are watching currently Ross Canalo, who's with the B Cats. Ross he raced last week as well. 20 seconds on the GC there. Oh, 20 seconds down from the GC. What else we got? Matt Davies. Oh, it does look like actually that we've got a two-person breakaway at the front here. With the new pack dynamics, there is a good chance for people to actually pull away. So let's see what people can do. Yeah, unfortunately, as soon as I've done that, it's gone to this mode again. Anton up there, ink guy. This is really interesting actually at the front. I'm almost getting swallowed in myself by what's going on at the front here. Ross Penelo, Stevie B. It looks like the majority of the pack is back in. Are we stringing out though? A little bit. Everyone seems to be relatively together. Louis Darroch there. He was fourth in the GC standings for autumn 22 season. Tom Dobson, another regular rider, 4 seconds off GC from last week. The Numinator, Richard Newman, AGC, third in the GC standings as well. Okay, let's see if we can push down to the C's. Small group there. That's still with the B's. Okay, we're at the A's now as we're going down to the first part. Ian Evans looks like he's tried to do a quick break, but we've come up to the climb now. Let's just stick with these lot, and then we'll move to the C's. Hopefully, once they start attacking the climb. So I mentioned there, as you can see on the screen, you've just got the right hand bend just under the wheel. Okay, it's just a cheeky little climb, that one. That could be enough to upset the legs. We've got Robert Q and Paul Carr. 9 watts per kilo on the bend there. Oof. Ron McEwen is still holding on though. Ian Evans is just about there as well. He hasn't let go. He can't let go. He needs to keep on Paul Carr's will. Got this group has to somehow find a minute to pull back on Paul Carr, or AK the Jordanator. Now, there's a small gap now, about of a second. It looks like they are closing the gap. Okay, let's move on to the Bs. Probably approaching the climb as well. Here we go. Yep, I just said approaching the climb. Oh, Tom Dobson's had a disconnect there. Tom Dobson's had a disconnect. He's gone static. Not great. Right, so we're moving up. So we've got the Numinator, Rick Newman. What's we got? Matt Davis. A small group there, 2 seconds. Nathan Dyer still in there. Tom McCulkin. Real bad news there for Tom Dobson with his disconnect. We're starting to just have a little split in the groups. You can just see how they're spreading out there. And they're stringing out now. You can see it in the mini map as well. There's a stringing out. Right. What else we got? Right, let's move on to the Cs. As we're just getting them up to the climb as well. Who's that? That's just doing the flames. Got the flame socks. Like someone likes to flex, show off that they've got the levels and that, and earn themselves some socks. Who was it? Craig Scott. Of course, it was Craig Scott. Craig Scott being being one of the regular riders, actually racing in Swift Racing League as well. He rides for the AGC on equal times to Matt Waters. I wonder if Matt is with the group today. Is that Matt there? I believe that could be Matt. So he's just making 2 seconds there. 2 seconds. Craig's really done the damage there. Really put the hurt in. Yeah, 5 seconds so far on Matt Waters. 4 seconds on Matt. Is he going to be able to close the gap though? Maybe he can bridge to Stu Murray, and then hopefully Stu will be able to drag him in as well. We'll see. What Craig needs now really is these 3 to work with him, or these 2 to work with him, to then keep the gap and put the pressure on Matt to close in. But at the moment, Matt seems to be doing enough to close that gap. Yeah, it looks like he's doing enough there. But 4 seconds, we'll see. We'll see. There's a little bit more. There's a little bit more still to come. Let's see if they can put the hurt in or not. Right. Okay. What we got? 3 seconds still. Yeah. 3 seconds. Brilliant. Oliver Roberts there, RA rider with Pat Weir. we're again being a regular rider actually on the ACU front with doing the 30 time trials. Oh, spotted our first Royal Navy rider there. Brilliant. But I'm just interested in this at the front here. Right, 1, 2, 6 seconds now. Matt hasn't been able to close that gap. They've been able to keep it constant in the front there. You just got to ask yourself, and them three going to be able to work together and have this little breakaway on their own, well, on their own, and they're free, and not have any hope that Matt Walters and this gang, which is they're slowly getting a few numbers in there. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 riders in this group here. Are they going to be able to do enough to bridge that gap? Who's this? Oh, there's another Navy right there. It's just getting onto that. What's his name? G Berry. G Berry. Nice. It'll be interesting to see how this one pans out. I almost want to wait until they get to the base, but that's just push back. Let's see who else we can watch. Who else is in the ride? Let's work our way down the categories. Bear with again while I now have to mess around these. Who we got? These. So John, cycling chef there. John. Up he goes. Obviously RLC rider. He was actually 1 minute 35 on the race. So on last week's race, he was 1 minute 35 down. So let's see what he can do here. Again, he's gone solo at the moment, 3 seconds, but there is a group behind. Come on, Navy, yes, Stu. I think what Stu's asking for there is probably a hand. If we go back to the C categories, you're probably asking for, that's probably Stu, who was in that lead group, to ask for a bit of an assist from our rider there. 3 seconds now this group is, and with the downhill, the bigger the pack, the faster they should really be going, assuming that they're all working together. So that's probably what you're going to find now, is that unfortunately, despite their efforts, oh yeah, you can see there 2 seconds. Despite the efforts, they are not closing. They're going to get caught up this group of 3, but there's a lot more to come. We've got a lot more racing to go before we get there. Now, right, let's go to the ladies category, the women's category. Let's try and find the women's category. Rob Rogers, while I work my way around. Yeah. Right, fan view. Right, okay. So what we got here? Unfortunately, we missed the start of the climb with the women's. It would look like. However, Angela Laycock has bridged the gap now. I believe due to some of the settings I had made so that I could switch through riders, I believe that people can see everyone. So I say unfortunately, but there's going to be riders now that can catch up. And if they pass the pack, they pass the pack. So what you can probably see now, who have we got here? Navy Cycling. Okay, so one of the women riders from Navy Cycling. Oh no, sorry, no, it's not. It's Eve Newton. What I said Navy? I might have been the jersey that threw me off. So Eve Newton currently in the front. I say fortunately, but for Angela Lake, I believe Eve wasn't in the first race. No, she was not. But she is now. Let's work our way. So Angela's second there, and got Louise Newsham. Helen there from the RA. What else we got there? We have Rachel Hackman from the Navy. Katie Vincent. Lost a minute. Lost a minute to Angela at the moment, so she needs to maybe. I was fearful, unfortunately, that everyone could see everyone. So that's why we've got this stream of riders crossing each other, unfortunately. But it was one of them to see if we could see everyone. Right, okay. Here's what it is. Right, moving on. Should we go back to the A category? Let's see what's going on in the A, shall we? So, Paul Carr, let's see what Paul's doing. Paul has not dropped anyone. Okay, so Rob McEwen, Ian Evans there. Okay, who's also actually got the polka dot jersey, so I'm presuming he was the one that grafted the most up the climb. Matthew Taylor's in amongst there as well. Brilliant. And then there's a 14 seconds to another small group of riders. Consisting of, I think it's Richard Jeddings, RJ, Neil Shelley. Oh no, sorry, not Reece Jones. My apologies. Infantry rider. Rob McEwen, already mentioned there. Rob Ferguson as well. 16 seconds then. This group of 1, 2, 3, 4 riders. Like 4 there, yeah. Ian Evans, Paul Carr, Rob McEwen, and Matt Taylor. Currently have split from the pack. So they're going to be working their way round. They go back down Ocean Boulevard. Once they get into Ocean Boulevard, they'll come back to downtown Watopia and then up the steeper end of the Watopia KOM. Oh, sorry, Tim, I've just read your comments. Sorry there. Unfortunate to see that your Twitch died and then Swift follows suit. Obviously, poor day for internet. And yours. Apologies to hear. Sad to hear. Okay, right. Moving on to the Bs then. How are we doing with the B category? Let's go. Tom McMulkin there. So we've got a group. It would look like anyway of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 riders, which are including Russ, apologies for keep butchering your name. Russ Penhalo. Is he amongst this group? I can't see him. Or is this another? Oh no, that's not the front group. That's why. Right, there we go. Simon Howe, we're just watching there. It was some really cool looking hair actually. Simon had been an infantry rider of these will drag A's. Yeah. These will drag A's. Yep. So I think the worry is that there is the Bs are closing up on this group of A's here. 34, 4.5. So the A's are working together to keep in front. Yes, obviously, if you do catch this back, guys, apologies for this mix up. I'd asked for one thing and hadn't accounted for the fact that everyone could see everyone, including yourselves. What we might have to include next time if I do it like this is have a bigger gap because there's a minute between the packs, so maybe we'll just push it to 2 minutes next time. Apologies. I'm still trying to figure out the best way of doing this. Right, so yeah, let's go back to the front then. What do we have? Louis Darroch there, Sean Wilson, Ross Penhalo, Matt Davies. Is that Matt there? Yeah. Nice, healthy little group actually of riders. Steve Stevie B, is that Stevie B? Steve Barnum? Yeah, has decided to go solo. Maybe he's trying to bridge to the A's and get a bit of a toe. Right, let's move to C's. Let's see how the C's are doing, shall we? The last we had was the lead group. There's a small group of 3 in the C's. Was being cool. No, still need to be further up. And Motors. Okay, interesting. So Em and Craig are now, Matt and Craig are now together, and we've got Stu Murray as well for company. Wonderful. But then this group is just 2 seconds behind. So I don't know if they're going to be able to do much again. Probably not. Yeah, literally just keeping them in striking distance. So I'll probably catch them again. Right, let's go to the D's. How are we doing over the D's? And stringer there are Royal Armour Corps. Will still. That will still. Yeah. Infantry. A few numbers there, or a few riders with numbers I don't recognise. Neil Herbert, Paul van der Waal, back in for week 2. Brilliant. Right, okay. See if we can pick some of the ladies. So Katie Vincent now, Louise Newsham, Angela Laycock, and then moving up. There's one more rider, woman, a bit further afield. There we go. Eve Newton now. Solo in it. There's a lot of splits in the pack at the moment for the women's category. Right. Should we go back to the men's? See how they're doing for the A category. No. Okay. Right. Working our way up. Right. A category. Here we go. Just in time. Stevie Beam did, looking at the numbers there. What do I see? Stevie did manage to bridge across. A bit cheeky. Yeah. Right. Right. So we come up to this part of the climb now. Let's see what happens. So we've got Ian Evans, Matthew Taylor, Rob McEwen, and Paul Carr. the start of this part anyway, it's a little gradual climb. We get to the bridge over that, and then that's when the stumbles when it starts to really pick up. So what we doing? What we got? Front pull cart. Steep climb, steep little turn here on the switchback. This is normally 11% there. So what we're doing is anyone going to attack each other? Paul Carr's gone for an 8.2 in the orange numbers, but isn't pulling away. Rob McEwen. Rob McEwen. So the four of them at the moment, they're all just working together. No one wants to attack each other. So we work our way down. Right, we've got some B cats here. They're just coming up to the same part of the climb. So Stevie managed to bridge across, but is he now suffering for that effort? 12 seconds. What's this group got? Tom McMulkin there. Louis Darroch. Stevie's just pulling away still. And fortunately for him, he's just able to hold on to that group. He could find himself getting out of there. And with this group still not letting off, Steve might find himself back with this group anyway. Steve Barham. From the Remy Rider. Ten seconds now. And he's losing contact with the group in front there. And they're coming in. I think they can see him and they can smell blood. So there's 3 seconds there. What this group here? 4.1, 3.5. Are they? They're not going to sit up, are they? Going over the top. Are they going to put small dig in 8 seconds? I think they need to do a bit more or dropping down. These guys, they might need to do a bit more. So this group now needs to work together to bring back Steve. He's been dropped from that group. Has he? No, he's back with Alex Fontaine. So there is 2 of them, but these if they work together, they'll be able to close it down. But what we're talking, is that 9 seconds or is that not? Hard to tell at the moment. So this group of Tom, Louis, Matt Davies need to now really put the hurt in and close that gap. Let's move to C, see what's happening with the C categories. Right, okay, so we need to go up a bit more. Stu Murray, bugger. Gary Joyce, bugger. Don't know what that means for them. Is that Matt? Is the lead group second? Yeah, Matt's here. What's he got? He's had a few others. Who's this? So we've had a few that have actually managed to catch up with more of the B categories, but looks like they are pulling away as well. So Craig Scott's here, Hugh Murray, Pat Weir, Oliver Roberts. Looking cool, that beard. There's a small gap again. Craig very good at pulling away on these punchy climbs. Whether or not he can keep going, that's the question. He needs to be able to do big enough gap. There's the flame socks again. I mean, the flame socks look cool, and they are good for flexing, but that's the problem, isn't it? You're flexing with them and people can see that you're flexing. So you see them flame socks, you know that that person is, you don't have to look and see the orange numbers. You just look at the flame socks and you're like, right, he's going for it. Okay, let's move down. Let's see what we've got going on in the D's. Fine, John. So looks like we're in the lead group here. There is, yeah, lead group. They have not come up to the climb yet. They've got a bit of time yet still. Angela Laycott there from the ECATs, for the women. Just coming out of the climb. And then we've got this group here, though, that are, if they're working together, they could help close that gap to get to Angela. We'll see. Okay, what we got? Let's keep working our way up. So it's very strung out now. A lot of riders have been spat out. I'm curious if that's just the nature of the course. Sometimes it just takes, for a few riders just to ease off, or someone to do the opposite. And there we go. Right, so Eva Newton there just bossing it up the climb now. Really bossing out the climb. Okay, let's try and work our way back. We're just going to be, is that Jamie Baxter there? Working his way out the climb. Where are they looking there? For the AMS. Actually, a pretty cool hairdo as well. Liking that look. Right, try and get back up to the A group, shall we? Stu Murray, C's there. Neil Shelley. Right, come on. Oh, hello. Ian Evans. I've missed it, unfortunately, but Ian Evans has pulled away. I wonder where that happened. I'm just trying to think with the course itself. Maybe he's just gone really hard on the descent and managed to pick enough speed. This part of the S's now, though, is he gone solo here? 12 seconds solo. 12 seconds out. 11 seconds. I might have to watch this one all the way in now and see what happens. If you're in chat, let me know what you think is going to happen here. But he's, yeah. He's soloed it. He's broke away. And we've got Paul, Rob McEwen and Craig Bickerton. Let's see what I'm gonna have to stick and watch this now. What's Paul gonna do? Now, don't remember, Paul's comfortable. What has he got? Apparently, if he's worried about the GC, then he's got a minute on GC. However, with the points and that will be level points after 2 races for both Paul and Ian. So equally, he might want to, for the point standings, he may want to get back on. But GC wise, currently Paul's okay. Say okay, you know, every second counts, I suppose, at the end, and there's going to be a point where maybe Paul would wish that on race 2 on the S's he put more of an effort in. But it would seem like these three here are not working together enough to be able to bridge over, because Ian Evans on his own is pulling away. He's got 16 seconds now. 16 seconds to go, 17 seconds. So he could get at least 20 seconds back maybe by the time if he carries on. And, you know, Ian probably is thinking that as well. You know, we're in the last K now, less than a K to go, and it's all downhill. So if he picks up the speed, gets a good roll down here. 20 seconds now, exactly that. You know, he's not. And what we're in, nearly 41, 42, 43 minutes as well. 22. See, look, he's still pulling away. He's still making it, even right towards the end. He could even get 30 seconds on the riders here, depending on how they respond, and they're not responding. So he could have just clawed back about 30 seconds by the time this group of three get back. But that is Ian Evans pretty much. Finishing across the line there, boom, very nice, well done, Ian. And then 25 seconds there, I think. Are they worried? Now, what Paul needs to be careful of is that, yeah, he's put the numbers in, but he could lose some precious points in. Now he's away, but Rob McCune's putting the numbers in as well. It's 14. Can he get in the draft or not? Now, it looks like Paul's managed to do the damage and managed to keep away. Very close, but yes. The second place there. They worked for it, that's for sure. Right. So Steve and the B-Cats coming in. Well, lead B-Cat. He managed to keep on someone's wheel, which has at least done him some good. And has managed to hit him a front. But I suppose the good news is for everyone else, 10-9. Yeah. So Tom McMulkin is putting the numbers in as well. And they're really going to try and close this gap and obviously limit the damage that's been done. You can see the orange numbers there from the A category riders that are just finishing off too. But I think Tom's at least trying to get for a second place, make sure that he's at least on level points. No, who's that that's coming front? Oh no. Oh no, not for good for Tom. And then Simon Howe as well, third there. So he's actually lost quite a few spots. Right, let's push our way to the C's. Let's see what's going to happen with the C categories, hopefully, anyway. I'm bummed. Well done. Need to get us back to the C category quickly. What happens when you get too engrossed in the racing? All right, Craig. Where are you? Where are you? Okay, cool. Yep, good. So C category group here. Better. Right. Dal Harris, Stu Murray, Craig Scott, Matt Waters. All together. So, like I mentioned earlier on, Matt Waters and Craig Scott. The tourist actually Stu Murray as well, and Tom Yaxley if he's in this group, which it doesn't look like Tom Yaxley is. Oh no, Tom is out of the group, or is he? Hang on, who's that? Tom Yaxley. Cancel that. Swift Powell was lying. Right. So there we go. First of the cheeky climbs on the S's. I always call that the cheeky climb. Either side, either way you go, it's the steepest part of the S's. So if you it's the last one as you come out from downtown Watopia, or if you're coming into downtown Watopia, it's the first one you come up. Either way, that first climb could actually make a big difference. If you put a good number in, a good attack at the bottom of the climb, you can actually break away, which none of them seems to have done at the moment. They're all working hard. It's also nice. I don't know if it's a touch that they've all decided to go with blue wheels for the Sea Cats, but if they have, it's a nice touch. Right, what we got? So, Royal Navy there as well. Mr. Garfoot, Oliver Roberts, rocking it there as well. Craig Scott. So this most likely is going to be a sprint finish. I'm not sure how else this could finish, as in no one at this point now will probably try and break away. Oh, he says that. No one will try and break away, I don't think, at this point. They might prove me wrong. Someone might just work hard enough on one of these climbs, but with a group this size as well, they're all going to, even if they don't work together, they're going to, the one versus, 5, 6 is going to do the damage, or it's just going to close the gap. So we'll see. Really interesting though. So we've had a few incidents there. So we had the A cats with Ian Evans there pulling away on his own and breaking apart. B category, the same again. One rider managed to just keep away, and then a sprint finish for second, third, and fourth. Now we're coming to the descent here now for into downtown Watopia. So the speed should start picking up. You can see there 3%. Now you don't want to be at the front at this point, because you're going to be. Funny enough, you're going to be causing the draft. You're going to be helping everyone else. Now, what you want to be doing is sitting at the back, really, and just taking it easy. Have some nice, steady numbers. I wonder if anyone is doing that. Stu Murray, 1.2. Yeah, so you don't want to get to the front. You want to be easy numbers there, like Stu Murray's doing there. You don't want to be at the front. You don't want to be that person that's helping everyone out. It will be, if I'm a betting man, unless someone pulls away and manages to catch everyone sleeping. But here we go. What was that? See, Stu Murray there, right at the back. He's putting them orange numbers in. Craig Scott's responded. So Stu Murray, there he goes. There he goes. He's passing through. So one of the Navy Riders is going to show the rest of the Sea Cats anyway how it's done. But who's this? Is Stu there? Oh, that's a close finish. That's a close finish. Well done, though. Brilliant stuff. Right. Let's work our way back quickly. See if I can get to the D categories. No. You're not quick enough. Quite literally. Right. Hopefully Ches is racing. Okay, brilliant stuff. Right, we got Charlotte Glass there for the ladies as well. Katie Vincent. We're just working our way through the group. So we've got Alan Stringer there, second. Right, what we got? We've just come out of the Italian Villas for the the D Cats. Brilliant. Angela Laycott, is she with this group now? She is with this group. And then we've got Eve Newton there, bossing it on her own. Just going for the S's there. See if we can catch Eve's finish. Nice few healthy groups. So we've got another load here that's just coming down to the finish line now. Can imagine, regardless of where, if it's for the first place or not, one of the beautiful things on Swift is that you can sprint for the minor spots and there's no risk involved. There's no chance of being knocked off your bike or anything like that. And as you can see there from a Paige there, who's decided exactly that. I'll put a few orange numbers in. It's no harm. And who else is that? Yeah, see, it's a few people now making the most of that, coming from the back, using the draft. And he'll come flying through there. He'll get slingshotted through. Adam Page there, yeah. Brilliant stuff. Right. Eve Newton still just going up over the S's. We've got behind here. Rob Steele, see in the chat. Obviously, if you just raced and that, please jump in the chat, say hello. Tell us how much you enjoyed it or how little you enjoyed it. Tell us how much you're looking forward to the next one, Legends and Lava, which is one of our first of the hilltop finishes. Okay, where's Eve there? She's coming through the coming through there, coming for the finish. Looking good. And bringing it home for the ladies there. Well done, Eve. I wasn't able to catch, unfortunately, where you broke away, but I can imagine you started early. And you seem to have been on your own since. As she comes through now. At least like not like last week where we did miss a few finishes. With catching all the lead riders at least crossing the line for their categories, which is good. Brilliant stuff. And Evie just crossing the line just about now. And I'm going to jump before I lose anyone. Right. Here we go. Will there still infantry rider has managed to bridge a gap between, and I would love to know who G7285 is. See if let's see if Swift will give me Graham Burns. There you go, Graham Burns, who's now been joined by Danielle. Now there's still, yeah. So we've got Will still there, soloed it as well. Managed to break apart and just soloing it now. So he's in slightly there. Was he worried? Having a technical? Or is he just wanting to show off, or maybe he's just trying to making it for an exciting finish because he's taking it right easy. I had a few orange numbers there from Jamie Baxter crossing the line there, just 30 seconds in front. Yeah. Oh, hello. What's going on here? Daniel, he's decided he wants second. Decided to pull away from Graham Burns. And then we've got Peloton behind with Angel Laycott in there, coming for second. Looks like that's third place lady there, Helen Glees. I believe she's with the R8. Hopefully the cats all being able to see each other hasn't made too much of an impact. We're seeing riders on that. Let's find out. Ray Chapman there from the Royal Navy. Going for the S's and going down. Louise Newsham coming through for fourth. Katie Vincent as well. Just getting over the S's. Did I see Fiona Scooter there? Coming out the Italian Villas. Brilliant stuff. Right, let's go for, while we're just watching for riders crossing through, let's have a quick look then on the results. That's not the results, that's the live view. The results so far. Unfiltered. Why have we got unfiltered? They haven't gone through yet. Okay. So yeah, Ian Evans there. 25 seconds in the end, or just under 25 seconds there in front of Paul Carr, with Rob McEwen finishing in third. We go over to the B's then. Steve Barham made it 4 seconds in front of Will Kellard, Simon Howe and Tom McMulkin. That fourth place for Tom is going to hurt him in the point standings, but for the GC he's only lost 3 seconds from the looks of things to Steve Barnum. And then we've got Rich Newman as well. The Newmanator was a 1 minute 6 down. So it looks like, have we got Louis Darroch there? Louis Darroch was in there as well, and he was a mere 5 seconds off of from last week. So it'll be about 19 seconds on the GC. So still got a few riders there. And same for Tom. Yeah, we said Tom already. Cool. Matt Davies in there as well. Yeah, it's the GC standings for the B Cat men's anyway is still alive. C Cats, nothing's been updated just yet. Let's have a look at the unfiltered list, see what we've got there anyway. So it looks like we've got Gavin Berry there representing the Navy. Well done for the win. And then for the actual Army series, then we've got Stu Murray coming in for second. Tom Yackley, Craig Scott, Matt Waters. Again, the usual characters that were racing in the race one coming across the line there. So who are we watching here? We are got a few of the ladies. Lizzie Stileman with Sally McDonnell. We've got a few more further back. Olivia Taylor, another RA rider. Looking good. So we'll do. We'll allow these riders some peace as they're coming across the line and finishing their races respectively. Everyone's raced well today. They race well every week, but today's race as with them two little call them little. Everyone will be screaming at me, going, "Yeah, you bloody little, you try and ride them." Yeah. The race, very cheeky race with them climbs up the Watopia KMs, both sides, not being nice, and it's probably more for the punchies rather than someone that can just go tempo. So the punchier riders probably had a better time this time round. But saying that, yeah, looking good. Once I get these results processed, it should be fun to see where everyone's standing and all that. Again, apologies for the technical glitch there regarding the riders being able to see everyone. Yeah, we're trying to be able to sort out the stream by providing the ability to move people through the helper that I have here. Unfortunately, that didn't work as intended, and I do apologise for that. So if you guys are watching afterwards, I can only apologise, and I'll message as well to everyone, all the riders, just to stress that across as well. Hopefully, no one feels like that affected their result or their race too much. By all means, if you think that is the case, then please let me know, and we'll come up with a decision regarding that. Next week then is round 3 or race 3, which is up the Legends of Lava. So it's a little bit of a punchier start with the Volcano KOM finish. So yes, it's not it's not as long as today, I believe, but still, it's enough. I'm sure that the climb itself, anyway, at the end is enough for the lighter riders, those that can do tempo for longer, might benefit from. We'll see. Yeah. Once again, everyone, thanks for watching. Please comment afterwards for any suggestions, feedback, and all that magic, or just reach me out personally. Drop me a message. You can find us as well as on Instagram. That's where we post a lot of the results, as well as on our Facebook groups for those that are the members of the Army Cycling Union. You've seen there, as well as those that are on the part of the UK Armed Forces Facebook group as well. It's in there. Just one about the Swift Racing League as well. That's coming up soon, 14th of December. Not December, 14th of November. That's coming up next. If we are managing everything in the Discord chat now, so please come over, embrace it. It allows us to manage all the categories easier rather than having all different WhatsApp groups and the likes of. So please come over in Discord and comment there. We're currently recruiting riders across all categories, A, B, C, Ds, all mixed categories. So women, you're free to join whichever category you feel that you can ride in. So yeah, please come and get in touch, and I'll help you out the best we can. So yeah, I think that's it for now. I say results should be out soon, hopefully in the next 24, 48 hours. Yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later. Good night.